the freaking crap.
Alright, Jamal, listen, that's not important right now. That's not important right now.
Let me hear this. Let me hear this.
I apologize for that, and I admit it. But what I said was was messed up, and it was wrong. I admitted that. And I apologized, and I said, you know what? I won't mention.
Okay,
that.
okay. Pause. I'll hold that thought. This wasn't just a year. This was 4 fucking years. So you so I don't think you're in the position to get upset about me whipping jokes about you about you know, taking advantage of someone else. Because at the end of the day, you talked about someone's fucking mother. So I mean, and
I apologize for that. And the minute that you said that what I said was inappropriate, and I realized that you meant that seriously, and you wasn't joking around. Wait, finish. And just like right now, I'm letting you know after. And while I was trying to explain, I said just now what I was trying to explain. I said, hold up, I'm done, because Anthony, and then every single time, but I kept trying to explain, you kept making jokes every single time, I kept saying, nah, I'm done. And then I tried wait. You can tell me, you can talk as much as you want, just let me finish what I have to say.
Angela's a nice lady.
Why am I so sensitive, bro?
Jamal, this needs to happen.
I'm sorry, bro, like...
They need to have this talk.
Ain't nothing to talk about. I don't
Did
care.
Jacob finish his sentence? Because all I heard was like, hold.
At the end of the day, that shit, listen.
And I, when that whole thing happened, and you went off of me,
Jacob, you cut,
like,
you cut off.
Jacob,
you cut off.
I cut off?
Yeah, like, we didn't hear you for like a short stint. Like, all we heard was after that happened. I'm on fire.
Alright, whatever. Screw what I said before. And when that happened, when that incident happened, I was talking about your mom, and then you were like, you know what? No, you went off on me, and I realized, you know what I said was like, it was out of hand, it was inappropriate, and I apologized for that, and I said sorry. The minute that you let me know, because the whole time I was being insensitive. Wait, let me finish. Now, even after all that happened, you kept bringing it up, and I took it, and I was like, okay, wonder why? Because it was out of hand. It was an inappropriate thing that I said, and I apologized for it, and I said sorry for it multiple times. Now for 4 straight years, we made jokes like that, but every single time that one of us would be honest with each other, and we'd be like, all right, stop it now. We would stop.
That's a cap.
That's boy.
That's a cap.
That is not.
Dante,
Stop.
Jacob persistently.
Stop. No.
Oh.
That is not a cap.
Oh. So that's not that situation.
Now, do you know? Now, do you know how many? Anthony, let me finish, and then you could do. Let me finish, and then you could talk as much. I literally said, let me finish, then you could talk as much as you want. You can talk as much as you want. I just want y'all to point out contradiction points. Point out that. You see, bro. You see, this is why, bro. A lot of times, bro. Whenever we we try to hold talks like this, like you don't let me talk.
I have a sword.
You don't let me talk at all. Like you're right, but just because you're right doesn't mean you can keep interrupting me like that. It does not.
Your argument is valid. Is invalid. I'm sorry. I don't see.
Dude, Anthony, listen to what I'm saying. I have not this entire time said that you were in the right for reprimanding me about for talking about earlier. Okay, because I said something out of cap, and now I'm saying you can talk as much as you want. Just let me finish. Every single time me and you have a conversation like this, there's not a single time where you do fail to interrupt me in the middle of it and just completely overtake me in a conversation. There's not a single time. I mean, I don't even get to finish what I have to say. And then I just end up shutting up because I'm tired of having to keep trying to explain myself, and you won't let me finish. So then you know what I do? I just stay quiet, because at that point, me trying to talk to you, there's no point in it. There's absolutely no point in it.
Right, of course.
I want to let everybody know I've been stuck in the hole for about 10 minutes now. I can continue, but I've been stuck in the hole for about 10 minutes now.
I was on fire for a short stint, but you know, it's it. Continue.
Now, you talking about something that happened for 4 years straight? For 4 years straight? Not even 4 years. Let's go over 3 years, because freshman year, me and you were close, but not very close enough that we were constantly like.
If it wasn't that, it was a dad thing, which is my next point.
Okay, all right. Let me finish. Now, when it came to the dad thing, like that was something that like you can't just only talk to me about that, because that was something that we all talked about. You see? Let me finish. Let me finish.
Shut up!
He's a bitch! He's a bitch!
Nigga, you green dog. Shut up. Shadja ain't got nothing to do with this. Shadja ain't got nothing to do with this. Continue, Jacob.
Hey, there's a giant wolf over here.
Listen. I'm be honest, Jamal. This is.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Jamal,
okay?
listen. We agreed to come to this. Anthony and Jacob, this talk has been coming for the longest, bro. Like, this game could be restarted.
I mean,
This conversation can't be.
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't feel the need for a talk, because either way, it's not justifiable. I mean, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but push come to shove, you've joked about it for several years.
I'm being attacked by a
several times
spaceship.
to stop or whatever, but when I do it, you continue to go back on it.
What the fuck is
what
that?
I say, you don't give a fuck about, so why should I care about you in this situation?
First off, you can't. First off, I'm a lot of things, but nobody can ever say. But when it comes to my close friends, and they say something really serious, you can't ever say that I don't care about it. You can like because when it comes to friendship,
Jamal, kill me.
I am serious about that.
I've been stuck in there for too long.
Alright, finish, Jacob.
Because when it comes to friendship, I am serious about that. Now,
Right.
for heart of it, I've apologized many times. I've said I'm sorry. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't ever since me and you have a conversation and you went off of me. I have not said. I have tried my hardest and I have succeeded in not saying anything about your mom that was out of hand, if anything.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
Let
me explain. Wait, hold on. You finish.
Now, I've heard of it. What it comes down to is you don't want to accept my apology, even though multiple times I've given it. No. That's not.
Jacob? This is like you stabbing someone. Let me put this in iteration that you understand. This is like you stabbing someone, Jacob, beating them, then coming back and beating them again, and then like, hey, bro, my bad.
Hey, bro, there's a spaceship and robots trying to kill me. Can somebody help me?
Obviously,
I'm coming, Jamal.
I'm dying. I'm gonna die. It's too late. I got one heart left. I'm dead. Here we go. Up, I see the light. I see the light.
Is it the green things in the air?
I don't know what the fuck going on, bro. I'm trying to talk about some bullshit that don't even matter no more. I'm trying to live.
You said it don't matter till Jacob shoots up something. Alright, so Jacob, your issue is that Anthony...
I've apologized many times, and for heart of it, you just want to accept my apology. Now, that is well within your right to do. Okay. That is well within your right to do, because at the end of the day, it had to do with you. It had to do with a family member of yours. If you don't want to accept my apology, that's on you. That's on you. Now, but you cannot sit here and say, because you made fun of my mom for years, blah, blah, blah. When I've apologized, I've said sorry, and yet the minute that I want you to do something similar, you want to say no, then revert it back up. You want to know what that makes you? It makes you hypocritical.
Okay. Anthony, hold up, Jacob, before you finish that point, Jacob, let me just give you a little enlightenment. Jacob, let me just give you a little. Wait, hold up. I just want to give you a little enlightenment from Anthony's perspective or whatever.
Okay, go.
You had your whole, like, I'm not taking sides or whatever. I'm just giving you like Anthony's perspective. You had all the time you wanted to joke about his mom or whatever, and yada yada yada. Like, you had years or whatever, and then you decided to stop, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So you decided to stop at that point after years of it happening.
I decided to make sure you let them know.
That's what I'm asking.
What happened?
Okay, because you finally realized how much it affects him.
Because I realized how it affected him, and I didn't want to do it. Like that's disrespectful.
In his perspective, and on vice versa.
Yo, I got a fucking robot.
And vice versa, what was happening is you wanted to stop immediately, just like he did, but like he doesn't get that amount of time to do that to you. Is what it kind of feels like. Like you wanted to stop immediately, and like, what the hell is this?
It's just the fact that it's just the fact that he's claiming that it's not fair to him that I can stop whenever this and that. I've apologized to you this. The apology don't mean nothing if you apologize, if you do it apologize, they continue to do it, and then apologize. That doesn't make a nigga. That's like me slapping you, my bad. Slapping you, my bad.
What, no. What I said was,
Stab you next. Stab you, let me get your shit.
What I said was, I
It's not, you
apologize.
can't.
What I said was, I apologize. No. What I said was, I apologize.
You
when I
apologized
realized
several
how
times,
much-
right or wrong. These
When I
are your
realized-
words. You said I apologized several times. Correct,
I
right or wrong.
apologized several times. Yes, I apologize.
Yes or no?
several
Just
times.
answer the question. No,
I said
don't
yes.
rebuttal. Yes or no? You said
Yes.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Jacob, you know how many times have you joked about it? You make it seem like you fucking apologize all in one whole. You've done this multiple times and apologize after. An apology ain't shit if you don't stand by it. Point blank, period, my nigga. So anything that you're saying right now, I've said it, I joked about it, and I apologize several times about it. No, it doesn't matter.
I haven't made any jokes about your mom since I first.
You're missing, Jacob. It's flying over your head. Stop trying to rebuttal so fast. Stop, like, take your head out of your ass and try to comprehend what I'm saying, because you're about to get bodied. I'm saying all the times that you've made that remark about my mother, you would look me in my face and be like, bro, I'm sorry, this and that. Then continue to say it. An apology ain't shit if this is like a person continuing fucking your girl behind your back, looking you in your face, I'm sorry, goes back and does it, I'm sorry, goes back and does it. You're not fucking sorry! If you were sorry, you would have stopped the first time. Point blank, period. If you really meant that shit. But no.
Okay.
So that apology shit, that's an excuse.
When I say I'm sorry, I'm talking about when I sincerely, formally said I'm sorry. Not what was
That
done.
don't mean you expect me to take that shit.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not talking about when I would make the joke and while still laughing, or right after making the joke, I'd be like, you know what, Anthony, bro, I'm sorry, bro, I didn't mean like that. I'm not talking about that, because we all do that. I'm talking about when you went off on me and I was quiet for a little while.
It's
and
still
I
not
said,
justifiable.
wait. I'm talking about when you went off on me and you told me how you felt about me saying all those things. And I said, you know what? And I was quiet for a little while. And I said, you know what, Anthony? You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. And then you went off on me again. And you were like, no, that don't matter. And I was like, all right. And I was quiet. After that happened, I was quiet. And after that, I haven't made a single joke at all about your mom. I'm talking
It's
about
still
when my
not justifiable, Jacob. It's still not.
Okay. First off, I'm not justifying what I did or said. All I'm saying is that for you, for me, okay, you've been saying this joke for about like a year and a half. Since the moment it happened, you've been making these jokes, which happened 2017, in the year of 2017. It's 2020, which means you've been making that joke for 2 years.
Hey, give me 1 second. I just want to point out something. Okay, like
Go ahead,
all of us have, all of us have.
TV. I just want to put that on real quick.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I just saw you go by me.
All of us, all of us in this friend group. I'm only gonna say these things once because we never really talk about them. All of us in this friend group got either like 1 or 2 points that we don't touch. Eggers is what happened with his work, and the other thing that we know not to touch. Mine, we all know mine. Anthony has about.
You're not gonna say yours. You gonna say mine? No, say it.
I didn't say her name for you. I literally didn't say either situation. Anthony, literally before this, you literally got on. You called Anthony a woman You called Anthony a woman beater, and we know about the Jacob, the shovel situation, and you also said he emotionally abuses women or whatever, and it's like, you know that stuff bothers Anthony. It probably really does. The shovel thing, I don't know, but the music thing, like it's like, all right, Anthony, you need help. But it's like. It's kind of hypocrite. Like I understand where you're coming from too. Like you've explained to Anthony you don't like that, and Anthony supposed to be a close friend, and you don't want him to like bring that up or whatever, et cetera, et cetera. I get that part, and I understand that, and I think that's kind of fair. But I also explained to you, like seeing a lot of stuff you did, you were gonna have to live with the consequences whether you like them or not. Some time will heal some of them, and time won't, or whatever. But it's like, you make these jokes and I guess you are unaware of what they do. Anthony takes them on the chin or whatever and keeps it moving, and he makes the jokes back, and you both deal with it different ways. So Anthony just takes it on the chin and tries to like hurt you more, and you get hurt by it when you feel it and you want to express it. So I think it's just two different ways y'all taking it, and I'm trying to I guess as I'm just enlightening you on like how y'all both handling it and where the like tension is. You get me?
I just hear a lot of bitch, but
I mean,
everybody can't be 6'9" in a basketball player.
It's just that.
I've heard like
like the Josh being gay thing. One thing. Another thing, like, and Jacob, this is the one instance which we all do it, including you. Josh has expressed multiple times that he doesn't like when we bring that gay thing up, and we literally make fun of it. We make fun of Josh like almost every time we see him for it. And that's one thing Josh has already said, like he doesn't want to hear about it anymore, and we still do it. So it's like it's still hypocritical of all of us or whatever. Like even when like stuff I don't like is brought up, I say, look, and I've told you this to your face. I'm like, look, when you said like some stuff isn't fair, I'm like, look, it may not be fair, but we all just react different. But you still gotta recognize at first it's not fair.
Where the fuck am I?
All right, Jamal. All right, go, Jacob. Continue. I was just trying to give like enlightenment points.
I just feel like y'all just shouldn't talk to each other if y'all gonna act this way all the time. Like
it's my whole thing behind it is like you listen. It's one thing for you to sit here and claim that you're the victim, that you're tired of this. Oh, there's a time limit on this. Jacob, you've done that several times. That's unexcusable. Like the apology that you initially gave me, that's after the fact. Like after I had to get in your ass about it, you're finally now just seeing that, oh, this bothers me. It's too late for that. The damage is already done. Like, you can't go back on that, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stop making these jokes, because in reality, that's not fucking fair. That is not. You can't sit here and talk all this gangster shit and this and that, oh, you a bitch, you this, you that, and not expect a fucking rebuttal. And then on top of that, knowingly that you did this and you just stopped. You make it seem like you've been stopped, my nigga. That wasn't nothing but like 2-3 months ago what I got in your ass. So you trying to, just because did you finally realize this, you had this epiphany that, oh, it's really fucked up and it really hurt you, I should stop now? The damage has already been done. Are you fucking dumb? Like, that's stupid. That's like expecting someone who's been through a traumatic experience against you, like you robbed them or some shit, to be your friend the next day. You're a dumbass if you're expecting that. That's my whole point. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That shit is not fair to me though. You spent like three damn near 4 years dwelling on that. You just recently had the epiphany that shit really bothers me. You don't get to get a pat on the back and stick your fucking thumb in my mouth. You shut that shit up your fucking ass and you take it like a fucking man. If you can't be no man about it, then you can fucking obviously mute me, unfriend me, do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep talking my shit. Who the fuck gonna check me about what the fuck I got to say? Because at the end of the day, it started with you.
This nigga said put his thumb in
It
his
started
mouth.
with everybody in the fucking friend group thinking that shit was cute. So you better tough that shit up and suck it up. I don't got nothing else to say about that shit. That shit ain't no fucking fair to me. Shit. You can say and talk all this other shit. Your mom can't walk, you can't do this, you can't do that. But the moment I bring up something that you did wrong and you knew that was gonna stay for you with life or whatever, it's an issue.
First off, it's not the minute, because if it was be a minute, that would mean I did it yesterday and you talking about it.
Jacob!
First,
you make it seem like you apologized a year ago, nigga. This was 3, 4, 5 months ago! It's not justifiable. This is after the fact. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You're trying to put a time limit on it and you're missing the point. The damage is already done. There is no apology needed.
I never once justified myself.
Then there's no point of us having this conversation.
I never once justified myself.
All I'm getting is phallic shit. I'm getting feces coming out your mouth. I'm getting bullshit coming out your mouth. It's no point you trying to change my mind about it and make me feel bad, because I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'm not. In reality, I don't give a fuck. It's not fair. That's not fair to me. That is not fair. That is like me, God forbid, that day that you told me that your parents was a possible potential that just gonna get divorced. I never said nothing about it because that's too close to fucking home. That's a household. Right or wrong? Did I ever joke about that shit?
What?
That day that you told me, oh, it's a possibility that, oh, they may be getting a divorce or whatever, this and that. I ain't say shit about that. I kept that shit between us. I kept it moving. I didn't even want to make a joke about that because that shit is too sensitive. That's a household. That's a home, nigga. So if I can have that respect for you, you should have that respect for me. And your situation was before mine. So in reality, what has been telling me that you never gave a fuck. So that close friend shit, dead that shit, cause that's some bullshit. That's an excuse. Your statements that you're making to me now, that's an excuse. You're upset that I'm getting in your shit about something that you fucked up on, and now I'm gonna continue saying until my point is made. You cannot get upset because I'm in your ass for some shit that you was doing to me. Niggas wanna claim, oh man, that shit unfair, but you've been doing it first. You're the fucking hypocrite. I'm not.
Shit. What is that? Are you friendly or fuck?
Let that shit sink in. Don't even say nothing. Just let that shit sink in and understand where the fuck I'm coming from.
You didn't attack me.
Because in reality, all it would have took is for me to hit a Rebecca button or some shit, or hit something that's really gonna trigger you or whatever. Then I'm the asshole. Then oh you a bitch for that. Oh you a hypocrite. You phony. You this. You that. I can't fuck with you. Oh I wanna fight you. Get that soft shit out of here, man. Oh man, get that dumb shit out of here. I'm not finna take no apology for that. Like, Dante, you understand where I'm coming from? There's no point. There's no point of an excuse. There was no point of an excuse. There's no point of an apology because the damage is already done. You can't expect me to give you the same energy that you wanted, that you just not too long ago decided to realize and come out genuinely after the fact that it don't matter no more. And I told you that day. It don't fucking matter to me no more. You've already said what you said, and you kept pushing that button. So I get the right to talk my shit.
Amen. Fuck. Oh, is it over?
I was gonna say the same thing as
I don't really know. I don't know if Jacob had another comment.
Oh, chill. Whoa. What the hell is that? What's up with that, bro? What's going on? He ain't attacked me.
I guess like best I could say, Jacob is a changed person, and I get that, and that he sincerely cares, and doesn't want to like. He doesn't want like people to push a line with him. He doesn't want to push that his friends, I guess, and his family and shit. I guess like people in general now. But I get that, and Jacob's out. Fucking idiot. He's fucking idiot. He's better off as a person. I also have tried to. I've told him that even though you've changed as a person, you still were that person, and there are still gonna, no matter how much you've changed, whatever you did in the past was still you, and there's still gonna be consequences from stuff you've done previously, no matter how much you've changed or whatever it is. And how you choose to deal with that is completely of your own volition. It's like, so it's like Tony said, like if you block them, mute them, whatever, unfriend them on PlayStation, or whatever you want to do. If you choose to one day have a private conversation separate off and try to squash it, then that's also a choice of you. But at this moment, Anthony's already got to the point where like you joked about it for so long and you've done it repeatedly. Like he don't. All right. But you don't feel like you give a fuck. And I understand what he's saying because he was trying to. I heard what he was trying to bring up before, where you used to do stuff and you would apologize for it, and then like do it again and then apologize for it, and it just felt like you remember how you were. I don't have to tell you. I know how you are now, and I know how you were then. But I don't know. It's however you choose to deal with it is how you choose. Because to Anthony's point, there, like to your point, you really don't like that. You really, it's really displeasing for you to hear, and you really hate it, whatever. And it gets under your skin. You tolerate it with Edgar because Edgar's Edgar.
With Edgar, you gotta just tolerate a lot of bullshit. It's gonna go up a lot.
Edgar's just nowhere near any of us, and that's a long drive. That's a 40-something minute drive, but we've been close.
No, for me it's like 20 minutes. I'm on this ass.
Hey, the job, I shoot you.
Edgar, ain't nobody finna hold that much anger towards Edgar in that long drive.
20-minute drive. I'm probably gonna cool down by then.
Yeah. Cause then you're gonna get there and you're not gonna have that same energy. Anthony's different. I guess Anthony's different for you, cause I guess Anthony's a closer friend, or you do see Anthony in a different light.
I can tell you exactly why you gonna come fight my ass.
Alright, Edgar, we need you to.
We had this whole conversation right now.
We do not. Edgar, we know.
We had this whole conversation right now.
We all have little vices.
I'm being chased by a giant wolf and it's shooting lasers at me. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this game anymore.
We have little buttons we don't push, but
I died, and then
I mean, to our own respect,
We had this whole conversation right now.
to our own respect, we all do have buttons that we can't tell other, like everybody else in the group not to push. Like when Richard called us on, when we got called into the room, and Richard was complaining that he whatchamacallit, he has to wonder what we're gonna talk about, or like what he's gonna be called today or whatever. Richard genuinely felt that, but we agreed as a friend group, we all pick fun at each other. Like that's what we do. We pick fun of like our miscomings and like stuff we do or whatever, and that's just what this friend group does. If you don't rock with it, you know, like we all grown men at this point. You don't gotta rock with nobody if you don't want to. There's a mute button, there's a not join button, there's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do. People feel different when they grow up, and sometimes they don't feel like dealing with nothing, whatever. So how you choose to go about it is how you choose to go about it. But like, I mean, you have a couple buttons that Anthony's backed off from. He hasn't joked about your relationship, or he hasn't brought up, like, aside from this, your past or whatever, or other things you've done. And I guess for him, that's like, those are his boundaries, and this is the one thing that he jokes about. But fucking retarded.
Hey, bro, I can ruin some friendships right now.
Go ahead.
Jamal, we can do that,
Go ahead,
bro.
Jamal, you big bitch. Like you scream bing motherfucker.
Screen beam. I don't even know if Jacob listening right now. I could just be talking for no reason.
I think
Honestly, I can't wait till I get to the point where we just stop giving a fuck, bro. Because this is some bitch shit that I'm hearing right now, and it's fucking bothering.
I'm gonna tell you like I told
he hit that
Kyle
long time.
last
Nigga said I ain't never had you couldn't put on the phone with Kaya.
I don't give a fuck if it's not benefiting me. I don't care. Like I'm at that point where it's just like whatever. Like I already told Edgar.
You take all my stuff?
I told Edgar and Dante. I don't give a fuck. I'm moving differently. If you want to go ahead and feel that way, feel entitled to whatever you want to feel entitled to. If it's not benefiting me, you get it dead.
I gotta.
It's just
What the fuck? Oh, what is that? Oh, hell no. What the? I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I got a question.
Alright.
When you said that Jacob is changed, what does that mean by change?
Okay, Jacob used to be a very, and he would do it unintentionally. We don't know. Jacob was very cocky. He was very disrespectful, and he got to slide with a lot of stuff that like none of us. It took us a while to start checking Jacob for it, because Jacob was that type of dude that like a lot of stuff will fly over your head because you probably think about something else. But if you would have heard him, like you probably would have punched Jacob in the mouth. And there have been times where Jacob hasn't said, like Jacob's been saying stuff, and I've been paying attention. And Anthony has pointed out, like, I'm surprised Dante hit you for that. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't. Like, you need to vibe off of that. Jacob was a very disrespectful person. He was very, I guess, selfish. Jacob had a lot of issues with himself and like demons he needed to address. And he's addressed most of them. He's grown he's grown from them, and he's become a better person from it. So that's what I mean when I'm saying like Jacob has changed in terms of that. Like, now he's not perfect, because I don't really think anybody is, and he still has a lot of work to do. But as far as like,
bro, you got a perfect human being right here. Fuck you thought, nigga.
You 6'9", not 7 feet. That number bothered me. You're not perfect. Anyways, he told the girl you were 6'9", so apparently you're a liar. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, he's grown. He's grown from what he used to be and where he used to be. So that's what I mean by
Jacob, are you still in a relationship?
Yeah. Go ahead. Nah, you obviously got something.
This is that's a subject I don't touch. I leave that alone.
You're not gonna get your ass beat.
I was told not to say nothing about this situation here, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah, cause
I mean,
that shit hits. Like,
I mean, you can ask Jacob. Like, I know I have input with Jacob. I mean, you are free to ask Jacob
who
if you
came
can.
over here and took my shit? I'ma fucking kill you.
That was Anthony. I saw Anthony come through here.
Well, I need my fucking bread or I'ma die. Hey, bro.
You go take a deep breath real quick. Alright, don't stop the conversation before I go back. I'll be right back.
No, what I'm saying, like, these are just unresolved. All right, so Jamal, I know why you don't understand, but like, this is just like unresolved beef that just like never got fixed, and they will always just poke at it, and it just got worse and worse over here.
No, I understand that. It's just that if y'all got beef and it's beef like that, stop fucking talking to each other.
I mean, this is why I offered the boxing match.
I don't feel that way.
This is honestly why I offered that. Okay, I'm getting attacked by aliens.
But like at the same time, like, never mind. Because the way my mind works, it's gonna make people start crying about shit. I'm trying to hurt
I mean, it's on Jacob if he wants to hear it. Like, I know how to talk to Jacob. I don't know if anybody else does. Whatever. It's completely up to him. If he wants input from anybody else, he can speak if he wants to. He knows he's still here. If he chooses to have criticism or take advice from anyone or wants to hear it, he is openly free and welcome to speak.
No, because listen,
So
you're comparing somebody that you just met in high school to someone that I've lived with for my whole life. Cause you can't.
I muted Anthony, you know.
Yeah.
And Jacob real quick.
Okay.
Oh. I can't fuck with someone that you know, did what he did, and then he's dating someone right now, and then like strolls through Tinder like that shit's nothing. Like break up with your girl if you gon' do that shit, because obviously you don't want to be with her, because you're going behind her back to do sneaky shit like that.
I'm sorry about it. Then continue to do
that's a pussy nigga shit to do.
I'm sorry, that shit don't exist to me no more. You said that shit so many times.
I don't really understand that shit. Not only that, but like,
my point is, I just don't feel like
you know what you did.
Like, listen, no.
And you know they gonna keep talking about it.
How can you continue to press on?
So why would you keep joining a party where you know you're gonna have to hear it if you don't want to hear it?
I feel you.
You can take yourself out of the situation. Fuck! Why did niggas always shoot at me, bruh?
He's throwing shit. He's the fucking.
You can take yourself out of the situation so easily.
And
you just choosing not to. And then you create a problem yourself because you don't want to take yourself out of the situation.
I'm standing by what the fuck I feel like. If I go in there and tell
still
my mom
has-
this
they
shit
both
right now,
still have a
you're
lot
like, you
to work on.
motherfucking wrong. I would punch him in his shit. I would beat the fuck out of him. But I don't feel like I should have
They
to.
still have stuff to work out with, not on each other, but like just period as people. A lot of growing to do. Because no matter how, like, how I say that like we're all older or whatever, we need to grow up or whatever, it's like, it's still immature stuff. Like as we get older, even still like the stuff we do now, you look back on and you be like, but it was like, this was like little kid shit still, or whatever.
My mom fat, she can't walk, this and that, she gotta walk with a stick, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
I'm sorry, this mindset is, I'm sorry, I just don't understand it.
They were just trying to play Monopoly in Minecraft.
Shit. Who the fuck is talking right now?
That's Kaya.
I definitely heard. Did Kyle just say UFO?
Oh, no. I thought you talking about Anthony.
Somebody's fucking talking right now. I'm confused. Who the fuck is that?
Jamal, you can talk to about some nigga on your fucking, your Minecraft hitting different right now.
You got something to say, bitch? Oh, you really do got something to say. Don't talk to me. That weird.
Our friendship and our friend group is fucked up. This is literally the fucking.
Alright, you know what? I feel like the dinosaur one would have been the best one because it actually had just a fucking quest line if you could follow.
I mean, I said dinosaur.
And I thought dinosaur would be the best one, but then I was like, this one fucking is different.
I've honestly been running around trying to figure out why it's raining purple.
That's acid rain. You know what? Oh, I still have him muted, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like unmuting them. Because they start fighting again. I'm gonna call them both a bitch.
So I'm wrong for going about the situation.
Then they're gonna start complaining
about being angry.
And like, fuck you, and you're like, you're still a bitch. And, well, I'm gonna fuck my phone up.
That shit is dumb, dude. I don't find that shit very cool because
Ooga chaka.
Oh, you calm now, Jacob?
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm fine with that. Like I said, but listen.
Alright, I'm back.
I don't think you understand.
I'm missing one.
That girl hates you. That girl hates you.
That girl dickhead, dude.
Oh, you heard this man, yeah. I knew I missed something, bro.
I mean, you ain't really missing nothing. Kaya's just trying to explain to Anthony that not to.
Kaya who's going at?
No, he's not going at it. Nobody's going at it anymore.
No, it's this is
Join.
like I said, I
okay.
have the right to be an aggressor because push could have should have went a different way. Wait. If I was to go about it a different way and I was to approach my OG about it, my OG would be like, "Go dead that nigga in the shit. That's just that." Because no, because in reality, if someone was to disrespect your mom or if anybody mom or whatever, you know your mom been through a lot of shit, you go past their ass.
I don't know about that, to be honest. I mean, I'm the person next, but
because I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not gonna deal with no stupid shit like that, dude. But it was progressive.
So I think what Kaya's saying, I don't even know if Kaya can hear us. Can Kaya hear us?
She can.
Oh, I think what she was just saying, like you came across, like, don't do what Jacob's doing, because two rights not gonna make a wrong, and at the end of the day, y'all need to decide whether y'all gonna. I can tell.
She obviously
she's saying, well, like, what she's saying was like, look, this ain't the way to go about this friendship if y'all finna get this hot at each other every time some shit blow up. So either like talk it out as men and like decide whether y'all gonna be cool or whether y'all not gonna be.
I used to got them gloves from my
What
truck.
is talking out as man, bro? Like, how do I
Solve this problem and come to a conclusion. If you can't come, either you gonna come to the conclusion that y'all gonna meet on some middle ground, or y'all not gonna.
Well, Dante, we're black. You know, such thing as a middle ground.
I was saying, but like I've been said, put on the gloves because everybody got beat.
It's not a listen to me because it's just it's shit that you deal on your own time that people don't see. The moment, listen, I've come to notice that I get like I'm dog shit in this group, alright? I get shit on I get shit on a lot. Okay? Yeah. I get shit on a lot. I'm the butt of every fucking joke. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that because I don't let that shit phase me. Some shit, I'd be like, alright, chill. That was one of them. And I told Edgar that shit too. Like the art, listen, you can post the autism, you can, listen. You can post all the autism pictures that you want. You can post all the pictures of my dad with the fucked up eye. You can post the pictures of me not having no hair. I don't give a fuck. That shit I didn't care about. Like, that shit made me laugh. I was like, you a bitch, and I'd bitch you laugh if I see you. Like, that's some fuck shit.
Get into his laugh, bro.
Hey, bro, cause think about that shit in my mind right now. I could just see this nigga going through my Facebook and just looking at this shit. He just finding these pictures of me. And I'm just like, if I ever see Eric again, dog, I'm gonna see his ass. There's too many memes of me going around. I can't deal with this shit.
The best one was the autism.
It's the fucking autism picture, bro. And that's every time I can meet one of my friends in school, hey, y'all seen that picture of Anthony? What picture? Fucking go off in a group chat? Motherfucker.
That made me cry.
Yeah, but you know, I deal with that shit on my own time because I know it's a different way I should go about it, and I shouldn't stoop to his level and fight fire with fire. I understand that, but it's just like hey, don't do that.
Alright, Jacob, so what do you feel like
that's
we need
literally
to
how
do?
a friend group works. Like even with the whole Josh.
What do you feel like?
Josh made the point earlier. Josh don't like being called, you know, a faggot or gay because he sucked the dick and
just mute it.
Got fucked or
So
fucked the guy.
You're fine. He did it more than once though, bro.
It was more than
I was
once
saying,
though.
so like, what do you feel like doing?
Check that shit out. See if to get ahead. But
Yeah.
we're not talking about it. He hate that shit.
Hey, bro,
We still joke about it, and that's what that's
Hey,
we're all
hey,
still
where this
in
nigga
our
Uber at? Oh, there he is.
hypocritical.
What's it called?
Because they gotta be talked about. It's funny.
I wanted to do was talk through it. You get me? That's what I wanted to do. And like, I didn't like. He's not wrong about like the things like about points he's making. You get me? Like he's not,
I mean, it's about a tiny rap. Hey, it's biting my ankles.
Well,
which is why I decided to just shut up. Cause, like, he wasn't really, he's not really wrong. But like what he was saying, what points he was making. I just want to like talk through it. You get me? Like I wanna like you know like
hey,
like I mean when like about like what was wrong about what was said.
Anthony.
I made like what was out of hand.
Anthony.
Yeah.
And just you know like you know actually resolve.
See the little
this
raptors?
issue, you get me?
Yeah.
Kill them
Like
niggas, bro.
that's what I want. That's what I want to do.
Did you pick up a weapon out of the
Alright,
chest,
let
bro?
me see if you can unmute him now. I'm gonna try to get this to a mute your ground in a second. These dinosaurs are small as shit.
Hey, bro. Hey, yo, these little raptors fuck my shit up, bro. Hey.
I mean,
hey, somebody help, bro. No, this is not funny, bro. They fucking my ass up, bro.
I just went up to the mountain. I got
yo, what's going on, bro? Yo, these little raptors, they on some shit, bro.
Alright, so Anthony, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
At this point, because if not, then there's no point in like just talking as people. At this point, what the hell was that? At this point, like, if Jacob, like, could y'all just dead this whole issue and neither one of y'all speak about either anybody's situations? Because like obviously y'all not in a place where y'all could casually joke around without someone button getting pushed. Because it's not like this is the only situation where someone's brought up something and like it pisses the other person off. Y'all too, and I've said this for the longest, ever since like when Jacob got back with her in like senior year, and that little rift that started to happen, that's when all of this happened, and it just never got fixed. It got blown over after he got with Barbara, and we just like it was like acting like it didn't happen. So at this point, like as friends, could y'all just dead it, or like that's not the place you want to be with it?
Hey, girl, I don't think going over there is a good idea. Fuck no.
I don't know. That's to both questions. That because
Hey, we gotta find this dude's wife.
And Jacob, at the same time, if you're not gonna take it from Anthony, as hard as it's gonna be, you can't take it from Edgar either, because that's being a hypocrite too.
yeah, I mean,
Because if you let Edgar slide with it,
when I brought it up, I wasn't just talking about Anthony. I was talking about in the scope of just like when I was talking about like you guys, I meant like literally just like this party, because you guys this party.
I literally said I don't joke about it.
Well,
I don't call you about a rape.
But them two, and not even necessarily Anthony, because Anthony says sometimes, but really the main one is Edgar. But like when I started this and I said this party,
you can't stop Edgar. You just can't.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, like
hold on, pause. Let me tell you the flaw in this situation right now. You're saying you can't stop Edgar, right? So you can't get mad at Anthony if he's doing it too.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, Edgar always. Listen. There's a simple solution to this. Wait. There's a simple solution. Jamal had this solution.
If you gonna say something, say it to everybody. Don't say it to one person. Get pissed
You know,
at
okay,
one
wait, hold
person.
up.
If you were paying attention, you
point,
would have heard me say when I said
This
this
dinosaur
party, I
big.
meant this party, especially
they chasing
pertaining
me.
to both Anthony and
Oh, that thing
Edgar.
eating me.
This whole thing of the whole argument of Anthony started because he brought up about the thing I said about his mom.
I heard
But
what you said.
I started with Anthony
God, it's
and
chasing
Edgar.
me.
But when I started this, I wasn't just talking
Chill
to
out.
Anthony.
Chill out. I'm diving off the
I was
cliff.
talking to like both of them.
Alright, I died.
So what you said right now was right. I can't talk to Anthony if I'm going to talk to Edgar. But when I was having a situation, I was always talking to both of them, and then you just got
Alright, well,
sidetracked with
that's not how it
Anthony.
came off to everybody else. But this is what I'm
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said when I first started it, I said you guys. Then the whole Anthony situation, that's when I started talking mainly to Anthony.
Alright,
Because
so
me and him were having a discussion.
here's a simple solution to this. If you and Anthony can dead it, do it. No, watch. I'm gonna fix this.
That's not what you're getting.
If you can, listen. If you can dead this with Anthony, then this is what you do. Edgar always tells people to do it. Jamal's done it before it. If you have an issue with anything Edgar says, Edgar's 9 times out of 10. If he really doesn't care, he's not gonna stop. Just mute him.
Yeah.
Because Edgar.
That's the funny part, bro.
No. Edgar sometimes and rarely.
Bro, y'all sleeping on that mute button. I be muting all of y'all all the time.
His heart sometimes works.
I don't care what nobody
I can tell y'all why I say it and why it's not like it's it's different for like Dante your thing, Anthony's thing. It's why it's different for everybody else's thing. It's because it was something Jacob did. Like nothing else everybody else did was something they themselves did. It was something that happened to them. Jacob did it, and Jacob is still wrong for it, and it was gonna follow Jacob. But I can't let that thing go.
Okay, now I'm be honest. One, Jacob, I'm gonna say right here, you do have the ability to mute Edgar. And again, I get Edgar's point on that because it's like, no matter what you did, like even if you don't like paying him like that, and I know you don't, your action was still extremely wrong. And Edgar, apparently, he feels towards it that the difference between all of us is like, all of our stuff was kind of situational, and it was something that like we were affected. You were the aggressor in the situation. Like you weren't the victim. No matter what, anytime you paint this picture, no matter how hurt by it you are, you weren't the victim of the situation. Destiny is. That's why Edgar picks on you about it. If you don't want to hear it, you know, Edgar doesn't really care if you do it.
Okay,
none of us is gonna like think of you any different because all of us has muted all of us. I've muted Edgar. Edgar's muted me. I've muted Jamal for like yelling randomly. We've all muted Anthony. Anthony muted us. See, stupid.
It don't matter.
We have all muted each other. If you don't want to hear it, just mute it. At the end of the day, you have the ability to do it. Just do it.
I get that shit from Edgar, bro.
Between you and Anthony, that's between you and Anthony. If you can dead that, if you can dead that, then cool. If you can't, then like don't put yourself through that.
All I gotta say about this entire situation, words don't mean shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. You say some words that piss me off.
But if you want to fight me,
You give words meaning. I bet if you never learn what words mean, when someone says some shit to you,
I'm just gonna beat you
Hey,
up.
Jamal, shut up.
You can't. Come on, shut up. React. You just look at my shut up.
Shut up.
That's how
I will beat the fuck out of you. No cap.
Hey guys, shut.
Wait. Hey guys, shut. You know Edgar dickhead, bro.
You can't tell me shut up, but she want 5 with 5, right? Don't tell me. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing wrong with me. No. Don't be wrong like me. Don't be wrong like me. You can't 5 with 5.
Hey, you just a coon dog. Hey, you just such a coon dog. I hate you. But yeah. Back to my earlier question, Anthony. If Jacob decides to just mute Edgar and just like stop dealing with it, can you and Jacob just leave both of those situations alone?
Nah, it's too funny.
Edgar, shut up. Edgar, I know you not. Edgar, we already. Edgar, we already know about you. Edgar just has this golden thing where none of us are taking that drive. If Edgar moved any closer to us, this would be a completely different situation.
Edgar thrives on niggas taking the L.
We know. Edgar feeds off you. Like, you remember that episode of Big Time Rush? Remember that episode of Big Time Rush when Logan started becoming the cool one in the group, and as he got stronger, James got weaker? That's Edgar. That's Edgar. The weaker you get, the stronger Edgar gets.
No motherfucker be in the background. You dumb. Oh, you got that from him?
He was doing it the whole time in the argument. Jacob would say the nice. Jacob would say, you know, I don't feel like I don't like how that makes me feel. Edgar, ooh. You gonna take that? That's what the wrong pay attention to Edgar in the background. But can y'all?
It's so funny because half of the fights that we be starting because Edgar be in the background there. Now
Nah, I do.
you a bitch, yo.
It do. But like, G-Code, can y'all dead it?
Yeah, I mean, it don't fuck it. Like I said, it don't bother me.
Anthony, what do you consider like that? Because okay, we all know Jacob's points. Jacob doesn't want to hear anything about the incident with Destiny, and he doesn't want anybody talking about Barbara. Is there anything else I'm missing, Jacob? That like really affects you? Not something that hurts, but like something that affects you that pisses you off like this. All right, just Barbara and this Destiny situation. Anthony, is there anything else that like Jacob may say or bring up that'll piss you off?
Hold on, wait, let me pull out my booklet right quick.
He said booklet. We know don't talk about Anthony's past. We leave that alone.
Yeah, I know about
you now know to leave his mama alone.
And one more.
I don't know where Anthony sat on Anicia, because that could be, it don't happen often, but that could become some wild stuff sometimes.
And he be talking to Anicia too.
That could be weird with that one. Like, that could be saying some stuff that make you just like, I don't know.
Hey, bro, what about me?
Alright, Jamal, I don't know if you're important to Anthony.
Jamal be calling me a bitch for no reason, so I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I call everybody bitch, cause I just feel like y'all being a bunch of bitches.
Anyways.
You a bitch. Oh, ass. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much fucking it.
Alright. Well, basically, from those points, you two, when those two subjects are brought up, just don't participate or don't bring them up. Now, I'm gonna let you know, this does not stop the other ones, because we're not as sensitive. We're not as sensitive. A lot of the stuff we're not as sensitive to. So we probably are finna still go at it. But like, if you hit a situation, just come up, just stay out of it. Jacob, you know Edgar gonna make rape jokes, mute him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute him.
Anthony, you know Edgar gonna make mama jokes, just say whatever you normally say back.
At the end of the day, I get to go tell my mom like I just hit his ass with the car. So it's not the first time she tried to do it. So.
Alright. So
it is. My mom be like, Mom. And every time Edgar be like, "Hey, my mom," like, "Go kill yourself." You with that shit, Rebecca.
Meeting, we got somewhere after all of that.
Alright, I'm back. What happened? What's going on?
Why nothing?
People still being bitches.
Did I miss something? Come on.
Hey, I'm chilling.
Oh, everybody chilling now.
Yeah, I can chill out.
Edgar trying to bring up the goddamn. That's what the said. What?
I'm really starting to wish I could just live a little closer to us now.
What?
I just got diplomatic immunity, dog. With the distance he lives.
Drive that far and still be mad. Yeah,
Edgar just lives too far.
Nah, you know what's crazy? You gonna be mad because you drove halfway there. You be like, I just wasted all that fucking gas.
Yeah, gonna get there.
Like if you pulling up on Edgar, you might as well spend the night, bro.
I got a bed if I want. I got my bed too, bitch. Sleep over.
So you gonna let somebody beat you and then sleep in your bed?
Ain't nobody pulling up on me.
Next to me in my bed, they're not gonna take the bed.
But they still gonna beat you.
I mean, they could probably do that after if I'm being so nice to them.
Like I feel like he would be planning something.
I mean, if they trust me enough to sleep next to me in my bed and think that they won't get stabbed, then it's something.
So would you stab him?
Depends if they beat me before or after.
After?
We can go to Smite if you guys want. I mean,
yeah, I'll go to Smite. I just gotta use the bathroom.
You get the right for yourself first.
Why does the A look like this, baby? Look like what?
Cause you dyslexic.
Man, such a goofy ass. I'm telling you, look at this dickhead, bro. That's how you say blue in Japanese.
Why they ate like an upside down apostrophe? Excuse me? How you say bread, Anthony? Go ahead and say bread. No, go ahead and say it.
Damn, I waited too long.
Did she just say when she learns how to count to 10?
Yeah, in Japanese.
Oh, in Japanese. I'm about to.
See, look, I know, look, niggas on the plane.
I'm about to start.
Ten?
Niggas on the plane. It was like, so wait, she doesn't know how to count to 10. Calm down, y'all. No, in Japanese.
I got issues, bruh.
Uno, dos, no tres. She don't know how to count to 10, but it's like Ichiku, Ashuma.
Bing, bing, Mao.
Does Kai know the colors in Japanese?
I don't know. I think she learned that now. That's what she got to. She was talking about blue and red. About the colors in Japanese.
What's nigga in Japanese, Kaya?
What's nigga in Japanese? I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Jamal, you think I can get this dash and Loki skin? Oh, that's a chest. Never mind.
What Loki can you talk about, Anthony?
Dashing Loki. I mean, dashing what? What is it called? Dashing Deceiver, I think. Yeah, Dashing Deceiver. What the fuck? Hey, no cap. Jamal.
What's up?
This trickster Loki skin.
Hey, Jericho, what's your opinion on Lupe Fiasco? You think he's good? Like,
here we go.
Say something I don't like. I dare you.
Here we go.
Lupe
What's
Fiasco?
your opinion on Lupe Fiasco?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, here we go.
Man.
That's supposed to do.
I mean, I don't listen to him, so I mean.
So he's trash?
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay.
You better not
So
say
that's
shit.
not.
He do stay, huh?
It's more of
I
a
mean,
pressure
like I think I heard like 2
Go ahead.
songs from him maybe.
Were they good or you didn't like them?
I don't think I liked him. I mean, obviously I didn't like him because I don't have him added on my
Damn.
my thing. But I mean, I don't know if he's good or not. I don't know.
You could just say he's trash, okay.
I don't know if it's trash though.
Try to say you didn't like him, so.
Why would I say that? No, I didn't say I didn't like him. I said I think I listened to like 2 songs from him, and I obviously didn't like him. But I didn't say I didn't like him.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's gross.
So wait, we all going to Smite?
We already on Smite except Dante who probably fell down in the bathroom right now, but.
What's a Smite?
Someone invite me.
Alright, unlock the chest. What we gonna do?
Hope this man getting 9.
Oh shit, what these motherfuckers gonna do?
What you got the chest,
Alright,
Anthony?
come on, first time. What I'm getting?
Not what you wanted.
A spiritual... Oh, Aries.
Apparently Dante said fuck you nigga to either, I think it was either Anthony or someone else here. I can hear y'all talking shit from my room.
Dante, you can suck my fucking dick. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but like I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry.
Yo!
Fuck.
Alright, I'm not gonna cap.
You should Jamal get your lanky tall ass out there, I could beat you.
Damn, for real, that's what he... Oh yeah, he did say that.
Beat who?
Fuck you, tall faggot. Also what he said. You know that for it again. Just throw it out there, might as well.
Damn, that shit crazy. Dante out here wildin'.
You won't say it to my face though, so I mean...
Damn.
Fuck.
Damn.
He called it pussy.
When's this new battle pass coming out? How much long we got this battle pass for? 16 days? Damn, we got like over 2 weeks. What you got the chest, Anthony?
Spiritual sword, which is for Aries. Back crossbow.
Shrink a foot so I could face it, so I could say it face to face.
What's that nigga? Who's that nigga that you play with the with the bow? Han something?
Hanzo?
No, nigga.
Han Solo? Hanamura?
He's a
Hachiman?
No, the other one.
You ever talk? You know there's like 20 people play with a bow.
Who you?
Who ye? Who ye? Yeah, who ye?
Yeah, I got a skin for him.
Which one?
Moon's Groove.
How much you paid for the chest?
It's only 200.
The skin. The
So
skin was
Jamal
like
tweaking, right? I said Jamal tweaking, right?